The Invincible comic, aside from its solid story, has gorgeous artwork, thanks to the godlike hands of Ryan Ottley. Of course, besides him, Cory Walker drew the comic periodically, but most readers aren't really into that. Fortunately, Ryan handled the main storyline, Conquest's arrival, the end of everything, the war with Viltrumites, Rex's coup, and the Invincible War. But as you all know, the series adaptation has visuals called Our Budget is Chewing Gum from Under a Desk, and we're trying really hard. So transferring the extremely textured designs of Invincible variants exactly was unrealistic. But brilliance can be born on the edge. So, today I'll compare the comic and series designs of the Invincibles. To give the show any chance, variants will be ranked from worst to best adaptations. First from the bottom is Mustache Mark. In the comics, he stands out because his Viltrumite suit kept the Invincible logo, plus well-developed muscles and a distinctly different appearance from any other Invincible variant, seasoned with the symbol of recognition amongst Arlings, namely, bushy mustaches. In the series, it's just standard Mark with mustaches slapped on top. Yes, to be fair, the creators tried to give him muscle mass, but that's only visible during his first appearance at Angstrom's base. In all other appearances, it's just Mark with a mustache, nothing more. Actually, my personal theory is he looks like this because his father wasn't Nolan, but rather Craig or any other similar-looking Viltrumite. Next is Bulletproof Mark. At first I thought to rank him higher, but the fact that in the series his bulletproof costume is colored like Invincible's, and didn't just stay as it was on Art's mannequin, doesn't make it less sloppy. Instead of a unique hairstyle, it's literally our Mark in different clothes. Cheap, sloppy, and they barely showed him, killing him off with 4 Reanimen. Though in the comics he fought hundreds. Next is his colleague from the hot battle with Sinclair's creations, Flaxen Mark. The armor is maximally simplified. No distinguishing characteristics like thinness. At least the unique hairstyle is there, and thanks for that. But screen time is practically zero. Plus the series created plot holes. There he wasn't killed by Brit, but by a Reaniman who beat him to death, separating his arm from his body, smashing his neck to pulp and leaving only the upper part of his head. But in the next episode, during Cecil and Sinclair's dialogue, his corpse is whole and undamaged. This matches the comic but not the series. Next is Bald Mark, which means bald, but he's not bald. I always thought his mask works like Spider-Man's mask. Parker isn't bald. Whatever. The main problem with this family lover is his unique costume design, which when transferred to screen was oversimplified. Seriously, just color highlighted arms and legs, and that's it. It gets even funnier when you look closer and realize that both Ryan and the show's artists made one mistake. At the first full height appearance, his design is one way, and literally 20 pages later in the same issue it's already different. Same in the series. At debut it's one way, during the episode it's another, and the second looks more presentable, though still too simple. Somehow too many mistakes for one episode. Oh well. Next in line is Mark without a mask. He's the simplest in terms of design, and because of this they transferred him properly. No complaints about him. Next, Sinister. His expressive facial expressions and rage-frazzled hair were sent to hell in the series. Essentially, it's classic Mark, but with a cape and recolored costume. On one hand, this can be seen as a metaphor that Sinister and our Mark differ only in experience trauma, otherwise they're identical. But on the other hand, comic Sinister constantly had a displeased face showing boiling Viltrumite rage. Series Sinister looks more like a quiet maniac, a sadist. Speaking of him, his design in the comic was quite simple, and the series handled his transfer well too. What they didn't handle was the transfer of the gorgeous Viltrumite Mark costume. While the face and physique were transferred well, this costume, sewn by a hobo inspired by art, is disgraceful. Yes, in the show all Viltrumites from Season 2 have costumes as simple as 3 kopecks. No details, no fabric texture, no damage. I don't know, maybe someone likes it. You could stretch it to say these garments show all the Viltrumites' power, the purity of their gene pool and strength as fighters who let no one stain their clothes. But symbolism aside, I want that awesome Viltrumite Mark costume on my desk by Monday. Next is Omni Mark. His design, in my opinion, is plus minus equally good, though I still prefer the comics more. In the show, they made him color identical to Omni-Man's costume. In the comics, it was sand blue. The contrast of bright red with dark blue looked good, but what I definitely like more in the source is the Invincible logo. It takes up less space, but stands out better and draws out the first letter of his name better than the series. Next are Mohawk Mark. The Immortal has equally good incarnation in both show and comic. Head shape and atmosphere differ. The series version is anatomically more similar to Mark and charisma-wise surpasses his comic original, having more lines and screen time. Plus his character was deliberately softened so his loyal attitude toward Mark in the future would seem more logical, and Emperor Invincible is a patch from the comic world. In the original, he was bright and farmed aura easily, but his empty yellow circles on the shoulders raised questions. In the show, Viltrum Empire symbols were attached in their place, closing this design gap, and though we lost the blue lenses, other details remained. Prisoner Mark is a bullseye. Given his simplicity, even the series' simplified style didn't ruin him. No changes, and we're approaching the top 3 finalists. Their bronze goes to Retro Mark, though he was changed in the show. All these changes were for the better, in my opinion. The costume's color palette became slightly muted, which suits him. From the bridge of the nose, fabric elements were added, somewhat explaining how his glasses even stay on. Hairstyle is also well chosen. Good adaptation. I'm satisfied. Next is long-haired Mark, and here things aren't so rosy. His comic expressiveness was thrown in the trash, which is sad because he grinned no worse than sinister. Colors were muted, which isn't great either, but they didn't skimp on costume details. Both knee pads and good play with color layers on him. Just the outline of the Invincible symbol alone. The detail that he was sleeveless remained, but they added gloves, which fits his image well. What I categorically don't like is the hair and mask, or rather its absence. In symbiosis with calmly hanging locks, the mask looked very expressive. In the series, they washed him with jumbo shampoo and gave him glasses like Flaxen's and Prisoner's, which doesn't suit him at all. That feeling when they tried, but in the wrong direction. And most interesting from the adaptation design standpoint is Volf. He was completely redesigned. We had the honor of seeing him in episode 8 of season 2 in Angstrom's flashbacks. But with the release of Invincible War, it became clear this is indeed Volf Mark. The idea of his costume was taken to the absolute, and he really looks like he's in sportswear. Color scheme, glasses, hairstyle, displeased face. Everything's on point, and he died pretty gruesomely. Unlike his comic colleague, he was broken and left to decorate the park with his body. Conclusion: the series is an adaptation and can make changes. Mostly, they're either negative or neutral, but not without quality. Within their budgets, they tried. You know where to write your thoughts. And almost forgot. Mark with his boyfriend I decided not to mention. In the show he flashed for less than a second, but judging by his concept art, he's transferred plus minus like in the comic. Well, now that's everything. Bye bye.
Like the video, subscribe, and press the bell icon.